Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to start our discussion on machine learning. So let's first start with a brief definition of what machine learning is. And I point to you this site by IBM, okay, International Business Machines, which discusses briefly what machine learning is. So machine learning is a branch, is under the umbrella of artificial intelligence, AI, and computer sciences. So in machine learning, of course, we use data and certain algorithms. Algorithms are commands, no? Computer programs, commands that run data to enable artificial intelligence to imitate the way the humans learn. Okay? So parang it mimics the brain. So what we do in machine learning is that we load data to it. Tapos yung machine, yung computer natin, ang siyang magpo-process ng data. So the more it processes, the more it learns about the data, and depending on what we want it to do, it will now generate several steps, processes, compute siya ng compute ng compute. It keeps on learning about the data until it it churns out the final output. Okay? By the way, I forgot to tell you, uh, hindi na nga ngayon hindi na ngayon masyadong issue yung data literacy. Although maraming mga students kulang pa talaga sa data literacy. Ngayon, ang literacy na in demand na ngayon is AI literacy. So, parang basic na yung data literacy. Now it has gone up to a higher level. AI, artificial intelligence literacy. Okay? So, ito nga sinasabi, yung machine gradually improving its accuracy. Okay? So, how does it work? Okay, UC Berkeley, University of California, Berkeley, breaks out the learning system of a machine ML algorithm. Okay, so may decision process. In general, ML algorithms are used to make a prediction or, let me use my digital pen. Prediction or classification. So that's why it's oftentimes called class. Sulat ba ako dito? Okay. Just use this. Ayaw ma-minimize. Anyway. So, yung first type ng machine learning is called CART. So this is classification. So machine learning is used to classify, and regression. And this refers to trees. Classification and regression. So depending on your data, if kunyari ngayon masisimulan muna natin magka-classify tayo. So our model now will be more on yung unang model natin, classification, no? So similar siya sa logistic regression, binary regression, multinomial regression. Pero iba to kasi ang structure na ginagamit natin is machine learning. Okay? Now ito naman regression. Ang difference dito, ang data natin either binary, bali factor to, no? Yung data natin dito. So for example, you can create a machine learning model on let's say credit, no? So meron tayong mga mangungutang sa company. So given certain parameters, so mangungulek tayo ng information, di ba? We collect information. So given those information, given those data, the machine now will churn out a model that will either predict or decide whether should we grant credit, yes ba or no. Okay? So parang binomial siya. So classification yon. Or kunyari pwedeng sa medical field, no? May cancer ba to? No. Normal ba? Or may cancer ba? Or Isa pathologic yata. Parang ganito, tatlong classifications. So given the data about the individual, we can create a model so that we can predict through classification whether that person has normal siya, or merong sabi natin suspect, may or may not, and pathologic yung kung may cancer. Okay, so that's an example of classification. Okay, so ito namang regression, well, ang difference niya, yung pinipredict natin is quantitative variable. Okay, ito factor, qualitative. And machine learning is very powerful as far as classification and regression trees. Kasi ang cart class magkre-create ng trees yan, as you'll see in a while. No? So, going back here to what I was discussing. Sorry, hindi pa umaano yung sipon at saka ubo ko. Okay, so there's an error function. It evaluates the prediction of the model. And then there's an optimization process. If the model can fit better to the data points in the training set, then the weights are adjusted to reduce the discrepancy. Okay, so there's a mention here of training set, which I'm going to explain in a while. Okay, so I mentioned a while ago na yung machine learning, iba't ibang klase yan. Meron yung itong CART, yan ang unang-una natin. No? Meron din yung ANN, yung Artificial Neural Networks. Meron na ngayon yung Deep Neural Networks, DNN. Meron din yung Support Vector Machines. Okay? So, at least we're going to learn three. No? Yung CART, yung ANN, at saka yung SVM. So that will constitute your case number 2. Parang i-compare nyo, anong mas maganda in this data set. So, dalawang klaseng data ang aanin nyo, isang for classification at saka isang yung for regression. Isang factor at saka isang for quantitative. Okay? So, meron tayong supervised machine learning at saka unsupervised machine learning. Yung supervised machine learning, alam natin yung data na define na yung mga variables. So, di ba, kunyari, sa regression, alam nyo kung ano yung dependent variable, ano yung independent variable. Supervised machine learning yon. Ang unsupervised, hindi natin alam yung data. Alam natin, pero hindi natin alam yung walang labels yung mga data. Okay? Siguro magpo-post na ako. This will not be part of your case, but I'll give an example of unsupervised. Isang pinaka-example doon yung PCA, Principal Component Analysis. Okay? All right. So, for now, yun lang muna yung mga ano natin. Yung sinasabi ko kanina, common machine learning algorithms. Okay? Andyan si neural networks. Ito magandang neural networks, we'll discuss that. Linear regression, logistic, ito yung sa classification, yung logistic. Okay? Decision trees ang ginagamit natin, and random forest. And CART, tawag sa kanila CART. No? Classification and regression trees. Okay, so let's go back to, I'll leave you class to research more or read more on, huwag kayo masatisfied dun sa sinabi ko lang, no? Read more about the context of machine learning para intindihan natin kung ano yung ano, no? So ito, kita nyo yung diagram na to. Under artificial intelligence, andyan si machine learning. And a more robust way is deep learning. So mas malalim to, no? Kaya nga deep siya. So tayo hanggang dito lang tayo sa machine learning. Okay? All right. So I've just shown you. Maganda ditong Geeks for Geeks, no? Yung article ni Geeks for Geeks on machine learning. Okay? So makikita natin ito. All right. So let's now open R. Open your R, your project, and I hope you have already loaded si Cardio. Okay, kindly chat please if you have already loaded the Cardio data. can just name it as cardio. Okay? So if you have created your project, tapos na-load nyo na sa project yung cardio data, this code should work. Okay? Let me share this with you if you haven't done it. Kindly chat, please, if you have loaded the cardio dataset. Okay, thank you, Vince. How about the others? Let's wait for the others to load the dataset. Okay, a few more seconds for the others to give their feedback.
Sir, I think you're muted.
Sorry about that. Okay. So I just ran the structure and the summary, and we have here its data frame consisting of 2,126 observations of 22 variables. So as I was saying, I said while I was muted, so pounds is integer, and the others are numeric, and it's important to have the metadata. Unfortunately, I'd like to apologize. I wasn't able to give it to you. But if you're looking at this class, syempre yung mga maybe ito hindi natin hindi not necessarily isasama natin to sa model natin, no? Yung mean, median, mode, because these are just statistical measures. Hindi naman natin ginagamit yan to predict, no? Unless in certain instances pwede natin magamit. But in this case, ang pinaka-relevant sa atin itong some variables here. Okay. Okay, so and then andito yung mga summary sila, 6 number summaries. Okay? So since if you take a look at the structures, NSP is integer. So we need to classify this as a factor. So i-convert muna natin siya as a factor here. Okay. Sandali. Before we I'm looking for a particular code here. Wait lang. Maybe it was in the other file that I used in another class. Okay, ito. Let me share this with you, class. Tapos, mag-table tayo. No? Tignan natin. Control-C. Here. Share ko na sa inyo to. Chat. Save on time. Control-V. Okay, so, of course, I know you understand that code. Okay, let me just go here. Rewrite ko na lang dito. Dalawa ko naman. Okay, so first, if you take a look at the class of cardio, our data is cardio, yung variable na NSP. So it's an integer. And we want to create another variable, in this case, cardio $NSPF. So we can just replace the NSP variable as a factor. But here I'm creating another variable para ma-preserve lang yung NSP na variable, no? NSPF, and then it's as that factor NSP. So that's easily understood, no? Okay, so magkakaroon na tayo ngayon sa cardio data set natin ng we'll now have NSPF, no? Yan ang NSPF natin, and then if you take a look at the class of NSPF, should be factor. All right, and then let's create a table. That's why we had to convert it first into NSPF class as a factor. Kasi hindi tayo pwede well, sa bagay, ano lang naman siya, no? Integer lang din naman siya. So okay lang din pala yun. We can create a table, cross tabulation out of NSP. But I'm just pwede ng NSPF to. Okay, or NSP pareho lang naman kasi integer naman siya. So I'm going to look at ano ba yung distribution ng ng 1 is diba yung 1 is normal, S is suspect, P is pathologic. So out of the 2,200 plus na respondents, a big chunk of it is tingnan nga natin ilang percent to. Mathematical ko na lang 1655 divided by n row cardio. Or we could have used another cross tabulation. So 77%, around 78% is normal. Okay. And how about C2, 295 divided by N row, number of rows in cardio. So that's 13.8%, 14%, 7.8%. So around 8% si pathologic. No? Okay. So far clear, class? May I have your chat, please? Your feedback if you're getting the code so far. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Vince. How about the others? Okay. Right. Good. You have questions, class? Please feel free to ask questions. Okay. So what are we going to do? Now, in machine learning class, we don't use the 2,200 observations in order to model it. And why is that? Because we don't want to fall into this situation where we are overfitting. Okay? So this is very important as far as machine learning models is concerned. Yung overfitting. Yung we create a model and then we use all our data, in our case 2,000 plus, and then when a new data comes along, it might not be, and then we use that new data in order to predict kung NSP siya. Now, our model might not work. Why? Because we have used all the data. So, ibig sabihin nun, it would be creating a model that tries to fit it to all the data. Okay? So, pag may bagong data na papasok para i-predict natin, i-run natin dun sa model na yun, it might not give us good results. So in practice, what's done is to split your data. Ini-split natin yung data into what we call training data and testing data. So yung sa iba pa nga, training, testing, at saka validation data. Tatlo. In our case, it will be sufficient. Sa case nyo, yung case number 2, okay na yung training at saka testing. So anong gagawin natin dyan? We're going to use a subset of the data and create a model out of it. Ang tawag natin dun sa gagamitin natin to create a model is your training data. And then, what we're going to do is, the rest of the data na hindi natin ginamit, which is called your testing data, we're going to use the model that we developed from the training data set and then see how it will work with the testing data set. Okay? So again, no? Again, let me just clarify that. So meron tayong full data set. In our case, 2,200 something, 2,126 observations. Now, ang gagawin natin class, split natin to. Yan. And it will be split randomly. Hindi pa pwede yung first 2,000 training. Yung next na yung balance would be testing. Hindi pa pwede yun. It should be randomized, no? Kasi pag we don't know how the data is arranged. What if ang arrangement ng data, yung first 165, 655, kunyari, sinort niya. So yung 1 hanggang 1655 will be N lahat, no? Okay? So let's assume na ang ano natin, in-split natin into 1,680. Okay. The rest will be from 1,681 hanggang to 126 na data, it will be under the testing data set. So 1,655, N lahat yan kasi sorted siya alphabetically. Tapos yung susunod, yung balance nito will just be 25, no? And it will be suspect. Okay, kasi 1,680. So in other words, class, we will have now a data for training na lahat N at saka S. So wala nang P dyan. Walang P dito sa data. Yung P andi dito. Lahat andi dito. Okay, so it's a very wrong, let's say, process, no? not to randomize your data. Kailangan i-randomize natin yan. Parang i-rumble mo yan. Parang ano. it's like a tambiolo. Parang bingo. Diba? Hindi mo naman alam kung ano yung susunod na number kasi sinashake siya, di ba? Tapos, or whatever. Or yung ano, yung ano ba to? Yung lotto, no? Electrically, shuffled. Okay? So, ganun din yung gagawin natin dito. Although hindi naman tayo para mag-shuffle ng ano, but we will let R do the shuffling so that yung split natin ng data ng training at saka testing representative of all the elements, especially yung NSP na variable natin, NSPF. Okay? Ano nga class? Paki yes or no kung naintindihan yung explanation ko ng overfitting, hindi natin gagamitin lahat ng 2,126. I-split natin yan, a certain percentage. Depende sa size ng data natin, pwedeng 70-30, no? Pwedeng 60-40, pwedeng 80-20, depende sa size ng data. Okay? But usually nakikita ko 70-30 or 60-40. Although sometimes may nakikita akong nag-split ng 80-20. Okay, so clear yung class? Yung concept ng overfitting, training data, and testing data. Paki-chat please before I move on. Waiting for the others' comments. Baka may question kayo, baka may kailangan kayo i-clarify, pa-clarify. Less than 20% pa lang yung nag-respond. Waiting for your response, class. Okay, thank you. A few more seconds. Baka 50% malang tayo ng response. Okay, all right. So let's move on. So how do we partition the data? Okay, this is a very important skill you should learn. Okay. First, kasi randomized to, no? Mag-set that seed tayo. Because if you don't do the set that seed, then we will have different we'll have different partitioning. So gusto natin pareho tayong partitioning, no? Para we can discuss the same data set. So I'm going to make use of the sample function. Tingnan natin ano ba yung sample class? I think we used this before. Sample. Yan natin sa help function. Oops, mali. Question mark sample. Yan, na pala. Okay, so this is from base R. You don't need any package to run this, to load for this function. Okay, random samples class. Sample takes a sample of the specified size from the elements of X using either with or without replacement. Okay. So ito yung syntax niya. Sample X, anong size, replace is equal to true or replace is equal to false. Okay. And then, ito yung arguments niya, no? X is either a vector of one or more elements from which to choose. N is a positive number, okay, etc. Then you have here an example. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at our syntax. Unang-una daw, sample ng X. So ilan yung isa sample class? Ilan? Isa sample natin dalawa, no? We're going to sample 2. Kasi nga training and testing tayo. yung size sa manggagaling. Ito, n-row cardio. I could have placed here 2126, pero mas maganda yung ganito class, no? 2126. As much as possible nga, uh, if possible, don't put absolute figures in your code. Okay? And then replace is equal to true. What does this mean? Ang replace is equal to true class, it's like, imagine sa isang container. Let's say you have ping pong balls, may mga numbers sila. Okay, pag kinuha mo yung isa, okay, ibabalik mo ulit yun. So that the total size still remains the same, no? Kunyari, meron kang 50 ping pong balls. Pag kumuha ka ng isa, then re-record mo yung number, kunyari, nakuha mo 5. Okay, pag replace is equal to false, hindi mo na ibabalik yung ping pong ball na yun. Okay, pag replace is equal to true, ibabalik mo ulit siya para yung probability of being chosen is still 1 out of 50. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng replace is equal to true. Then, kailangan sabihin natin yung paano yung, yung probability ito, no? So, ang gagamitin natin dito is 80%, 20%. So, we can use 70%, 30%, or 60-40. Depende dun sa size ng natin, ng data. 2,126, 80% yan is around 1.6. 20% yan is around 400. Okay pa yun, no? Okay yun na, okay, it's still an okay na, testing data set. Ang sinasabi ko lang na, kunyari class, 100 lang yung sample natin. Tapos, ipapartition natin siya. 80-20 might not be a good proportion kasi pag 80-20, 80 mapupunta sa training, 20 na lang sa testing. Diba? And 20 size data might not be good. Maraming implications kung maliit yung natin, yung sample size. So kunyari 100 lang yung observations natin. Then a more conservative ratio should be either 70-30 or 65-35, no? Para at least yung testing data set natin, kung 70-30, at least may 30 pa, no? Okay? So kapag malaki yung data set natin, okay lang yung 80-20. Okay, that's okay. Kasi yung testing data set natin ang we should give due consideration to the testing data set. Okay? So ito, 2,000, 20% nun is 400. It's okay. Maganda. 400 yung sample natin, yung testing data set. Okay? So if you take a look, class, at this code, I want you to write this on your own. Set that seed 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're creating this object called PD. I just called it PD kasi para sa partition data, no? So we're creating this partition data and then sample, dalawa. So parang i-split niya into 2, 1 and 2. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng sample. Kung gusto mo siyang i-split into 3, then 3 ilalagay mo dyan. Tapos mag-recreate siya ng object na PD na ang 1, 2, 3. So that's the split. Tapos ano yung size ng split niya? Yung cardio natin, n-row ng cardio, which is 2126. Replace is equal to true. So every time na magsasample siya, parehong 2126 pa rin yung yung sample size natin. And then 80-20. Okay? So let's run this first, itong PD, control enter. And let's take a look at your PD. Okay. So i-view natin si PD. Let me just put it in the console. View PD. Like, sorry. Print na lang natin, print. Hindi nga pala siya hindi siya data frame, kaya print na lang natin si PD kasi vector lang siya eh. Okay, take a look at this class. So what happened here? Okay, so this is data 1, data 2, data 3, observation number 4, 5, 6, etc. Now take a look at the partitioning. sabi natin dalawa. Bakit dalawa? Kasi pinapartition natin into training and testing. So, ang mangyayari dito, class, yung mga una na to is pupunta siya sa set 1, which is your training. O, depende kung anong gagawin natin, no? Siyempre, kasi 80% sa training yan. Yung 20% yun sa testing. So, all the number ones will go to training. So, ano tong 1 na to dito? This is observation number 1. Okay, this is observation number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, etc. Whatever this number is, yan ang pupunta sa testing. No? So, lahat ng number 2 class pupunta sa testing. Lahat ng number 1 nasa training. Okay? Alright, pause muna ako class. Once again, I'd like to request your feedback kung clear yung nangyayari sa ginagawa natin. Yung pag-create natin ng PD object, which is a vector consisting of 1 and 2. Okay, paki-confirm class kung naiintindihan. Okay, how about the others class? Parang ang bagal ng response time nyo. Yes or no lang naman yung tanong ko. Naiintindihan ba? Unless you have a question class. Let's quickly respond naman para we save on yung waiting time. Sayang minutes class kung matagal kayo mag-respond. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, then let's now go here. So far class, wala pa tayong training data set at saka let's call this testing. Test. Train and test. All right. So what are we going to do? I'm now creating an object called train. And then anong laman niya? Si cardio class. Okay, from the cardio, okay, remember what this is class? Is a subset niya. Pag PD is equal to 1 class, yun ang papasok sa row. And then lahat ng columns kasama. Okay? So ito class, si cardio pinapartition natin. Di ba may PD tayo? May PD object. Kapag 1, okay, papasok siya sa train dataset. And then here, yung testing naman, kapag yung PD is equal to 2, papasok siya sa testing dataset. So let's run this first. And then, inano ko sa class, no? Print ko siya. Okay? Control Enter. And let's see what happens. Tingnan nyo. Doon na lang sa view. Mag-view na lang tayo. View. View. Train. So, nakreate natin si train. So, take a look at this class. Okay? So, now, ilan na lang yung ni train? 1,740. 1,740 na lang. And you can see now the index is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nawala si 13. Wala si 15. Why? Kasi si 13 at saka si 15, di ba? Number 2 yan eh. Pupunta sila dun sa testing dataset. Okay? So if I view, for example, view test, the testing dataset. Control Enter. Okay, sorry, hindi ko pa pala nararan. So, i-run ko muna si testing ito. Control Enter. Tingnan nyo class yung index yun. Yung 13, yung 15, yung 38, yung 40, 47. Okay. Right? I-view natin view. Yung test dataset. Okay. So 13, 15. Notice na randomization class. No? If we use another set that seed, iba yun. No? Iba yung lalabas ito. So hanggang 2,124. So represented sila. Nakamute pala ako. So were you able to create your training and testing dataset class? Kindly chat, please. I appreciate, Crush, your faster response kasi ang bilis ng oras. Okay. Thank you. Ay, sorry. Na pindot ko yung stop share. Okay. So what are we going to do now? This is what I was telling you about, no? We're going to use the trained data set and create a model out of it. Tapos ang gagawin natin, i-measure natin kung ilan yung ano niya, yung ilan yung mali, ilan yung tama. Kasi ang training data set natin, as I said, we're going to use it in order to create a model. Whatever model is created, we will have to check kung kasi modeling yan ng classification, di ba? So imo-model niya yung NSP. Tapos i-compare natin what was the model value and what was the actual value. So meron tayong mag-generate na comparison, makaka-generate na residuals, no? Yung maling prediction. Okay, so let's do this now. Okay, so I asked you a while ago to load the party package. So we're going to use yung partition. Let's check muna natin klase party. Dito tayo sa ano sa packages. Para alam natin class kung ano ba yung ginagawa nitong party na to. Partition to, class. Party. Don't stall on me now. Ano yun? Party. Okay. Double question mark. Pag packages, usually mas gusto niya yung double question mark. Okay, it's here. So here, um, kailan talaga natin yung ano, packages. P, A, R, A, T. Okay. Ba't wala? Load ko na ba? Okay. I don't think I've loaded it, sorry. So ibig sabihin, hindi ko pa na-install siya. Kasi bago yung Arco, di ba? So install ko muna class, sorry. Hindi ko na run yung kanina. Party. Yan, party. Install. Kaya pala it does not appear. Okay, so it should now be loaded here. Okay, here. Let me click this. Oh, here. Ano ko muna ang class, check ko muna para loaded na siya. Okay, and then here, class. So a laboratory for recursive partitioning. Okay, so this is the party package, and that's really what happens with a decision tree class. So ang mangyayari nito, the algorithm, yung decision tree, is splitting data. It will keep on splitting it, partitioning it, partitioning it, partitioning it in such a way that it will reach a point where whatever the data is maka-classify na niya into N, S, or P, no? Yun naman ang gusto natin, NSP. So these are the functionalities that come with it. Okay, so marami siyang functionalities. And what we're going to make use is ito, C3 classification tree. Ayan, C3, conditional inference trees. There. So conditional inference trees from the party package, recursive partitioning for continuous, censored, ordered, nominal, multivariate response variables. So pwede natin gamitin tong C3 class kung yung variable natin is continuous. Kung nominal siya, yung case natin ngayon, yung NSP, nominal yun. Diba? So pwede natin magamit si C3, it's flexible enough para yung variable of interest natin can be continuous. So pwede rin pang regression to, no? Or it can be for classification. Okay, so that's what that means. So let's run this class. Let's create first this object called 3.1. So share ko na sa inyong code na to. Kasi medyo yung time natin. Happy na lang natin to. So what are we doing here? From the party package, we're using this function C3. Okay, C3. And then NSPF is our variable. Diba? And we're going to regress it on tatlong variables ang muna gagamitin natin dito, class. No? Kasi pag damayan ko pa, pag ilahat ko pa, yung mga valid na pwedeng ilahat. Now, of course, hindi natin isasama si mean, median, mode, etc. Medyo mas mahaba yung hahaba yung solution. So ito, class, just the first three. Assuming that these are the three most relevant variables, yung pounds, AC, and FM, these are blood measures, I think, no? And then the data that we're going to use, take note, train data. Okay? So ito yun, rene-regress natin si NSPF on pounds, AC, and FM. Okay? So ang gagawin niyan ni party package using itong conditional inference trees. Okay? Bawat response, bawat data, split niya, titingnan niya, no? Based on LB, AC, FM. And then it will create a decision kung yung, kunyari, si respondent number 1, N ba siya, S ba siya, o P ba siya? Okay? So let's run this. Okay, 3.1. Okay? And then, i-print natin si 3.1. Print 3.1. Okay, tingnan nyo, class. No? Conditional inference trees. Okay? So this is just like a lattice structure, which later on ipapakita natin as a tree-like structure. Okay? So, by the way, nakalimutan natin kanina, no? Ilan yung n-row ng train? 1,740. Therefore, yung remaining niya, class, n-row ng test is 386, no? 386. So that was how the data was split. Kung titingnan natin, class, n-row of cardio multiplied by 80%, di ba? 80% yung ginamit natin. So 1,700 yung 80% talaga. So dito lumalabas na greater than 80% pa yung ginamit niya. So estimate lang yon, no? Hindi eksakto na ginawa niya talagang 80%. Now there's a way to do that exactly na 80%, but let's not go there now. Ito yung ginamit natin na sample, tapos yung probability 80-20. Hindi naman talaga 80% yung kinuha niya. Kasi 1,740 is not the same as 1,701. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin nito, class? Ito na yung solution. Sabi nito, kapag AC daw is less than 0.00823, okay? Tapos, if LB is uh, less than 136, so criterion 1, no? Criterion 1. If FM is less than this number, criterion 1. Okay? So, mahirap basahin dito, class. No? Mahirap basahin dito. So, it's just a lattice-like structure that determines kung saan papasok yung isang observation o hindi. Kung N ba siya, S ba siya, P ba siya. Mas madali ito, class, kung i-plot natin. So, let's plot this. There. Saan ako nangyari? Okay. Wala. Yan. Okay, take a look at this, class. Ito na yung unang plot natin. Kaya nga, class, ang tawag sa kanya, decision trees. Kasi parang puno, di ba? Okay, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. If AC, okay, hindi ko masyado makita. Okay, it starts first with using AC. Okay, so anong ibig sabihin nito, class? What does this mean? AC, if it's less than 0.001, anong gagawin? Take a look at LB. Okay? Take a look at LB. No? So if LB is less than 0.001, okay, may mga numbers dito, no? Ito, 136. Tapos ito, hindi natin makita, no? Number na to. Ibig sabihin, sa unang branch na to, may mga pumasok na 136 at saka, so, partitioning nga. Ini-split yung data, no? Kung masyado makita ko sa class yung ano kaya. We'll take a look at this in another, ano. Mas maganda yung isang diagram. Tingnan muna natin to. So, LB, so di ba, I'm just telling you how this is decided, no? Okay? So, una titingnan si AC kasi tatlong variables tayo, di ba? Ang first step is take a look at AC. If AC is less than 0.001, punta tayo dito sa node 2. Node 1 kasi ito. Yan, ito yung unang titingnan, no? So, if LB naman is less than 0.001, punta tayo dito. Punta sa node 3. If FM is less than 0.001, okay, then go here. Node 4 na. And, ano tong node 4 na to? Ano tong node 4 na to? What's this node 4? Okay, you see here probabilities. No? May 0.6, okay, etc. Hindi siya masyado makita, class, no? So, hindi maganda yung ano yung hindi siya masyado makita kaya ang hirap i-decipher ano ba yung ibig sabihin niyan. So tingnan natin, class. Take a look at this. Plot 3.1, gawin natin type is equal to simple and let's see what's the difference. Okay. So mas kita ito, no? Yung type is equal to simple. Although hindi pa rin masyado. Kita ba ito sa plots? Here. Siya kita. Ulitin ko nga ito. Yan, appear sa plots, no? Mas para mas kita natin. Pareho din yata. Okay. So, ito, class, di ba? Yan, mas kita to kaysa kanina. Yung pag less than, yung AC, pag less than 0.001, ang sabi niya, ang decision is go to LB. Tingnan yung LB. Okay? Tapos, if LB is less than 0.001, what happens, class? Punta kay FM. And then, if FM is Yung mga natin. Hindi natin makita kasi yung mga dito eh. If Fm is less than 0.001, dito na yung pupunta. Terminal node na to. May decision na dito. So this is definitely number 1. Kasi ang probability niya 0.696 eh. So number 1 yan. Diba? Okay, number 1 is N. Okay, so sa terminal node 4, ibig sabihin ng terminal node 4, wala na siyang kasunod. Okay? Tapos ito naman, sumali na naman si Marco. Mark, mamaya ka pa. Ito class, hindi natin makita, no? But I'm going to illustrate this na mas kita. Joke lang. So, ito class, hindi natin makita yung probabilities, pero dito class, tingnan natin to. So, ito ang sabi, if the LB is greater than 0.001, kasi ito less than no? Okay, pag less than 0.001, okay? Ay, mali, sorry. Malito ako. Apologies class, apologies, no? May apologies. ang test natin ito, sorry. Tataka ko, bakit ang liit yata ng LB? It's this one class. So if LB is less than or equal to 136, punta dito. Kasi pounds to di ba? Ito yung weight eh. If LB naman is greater than 136, punta dito. Tinan ulit si LB daw. Okay. Pag si LB daw less than or equal to 144, dito na, terminal node ang tawag dito, class. So what does this mean? There were 172 respondents that fall under this terminal node. Tapos ano sila? Normal ba to? Suspect or pathologic? The answer is normal sila, class. Bakit? Tingnan yung probability distribution. 0.5, tatlo to, di ba? NSP. 50% N, yung S, 0.44, and yung P, 0.058. So, mas malakas yung probability na normal siya. Okay? So, dito sa terminal node, ano siya? This is N to, normal to. So, 172 pumasok dito. Pag naman yung pounds daw greater than 144, tingnan yung FM. Okay? If FM is less than or equal to 0.001, pupunta dito yan. So, ang napunta sa lahat ng 1,700, napunta dito is 103 of the respondents. So, ano yung classification nito? So, this is now terminal node number 9. Ang probability niya, 0.32 is N, 0.63 is S, 0.04 is F. Therefore, ito, 103, ang prediction niya dito is S because of this probability. And so on and so forth, class. So, ganun lang yun. So, dito, pag tingnan yung terminal node, ito, 0.57. So, definitely, normal to. Ito, 0.86. So, normal to. Ito, 0.95, yung una. So, normal to. So, you can see that maraming normal. Kasi, kung tinignan natin kanina, ilan yung yung normal, yung distribution niya, 1,600 plus yata. Okay? So, definitely, mas maraming normal talaga. Kasi yung samples, yung population natin, mas maraming normal. Alam nga naman, mas maraming S. Kung yung natin, mas maraming normal. Okay, it's almost time, class. If you need to leave, you may do so. I just want to finish this class, no? Okay. Now, ito i-discuss natin next meeting na lang when we meet. Ito lang, class. Sige. I-share ko sa inyo yung code na to. Control C. Control V. Okay. And we can modify, class. We can modify the tree. So meron tayong tinatawag dito na, ito yung unang model natin, di ba? Data is equal to train. We can make use of control, C3 control. Okay? Tapos, example niyan. I-explain ko na next time yung minimum criteria at saka minimum split. Ang ibig sabihin ng minimum split, hindi pa pwede split yung terminal, yung node, kung dapat ang minimum niya 500. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kunyari, ang node mo, 200 na lang. Hindi mo na siya pwedeng i-split. So, dapat yung node na may more than 500, is 500, yun ang pwede mo mga split. So, if we run this class, i-run muna natin ito, this one, and then, i-plot na lang natin yung sample, yung simple class. Plot simple. Yan. So, notice class, nabago yung tree natin, di ba? Ang laking pagkakaiba class, no? Ang laking pagkakaiba. Right? So, take a look at this. So, in fact, we only have 4 terminal nodes. Okay? 4 terminal nodes lang. Ito, N to. N, kasi yung probabilities nila. Ito S. Tapos ito, N. Okay? Normal, suspect, normal, normal. So this is the disadvantage of this class. Okay? Kung hindi masyadong, kung yung control tree natin masyadong generalized. Ayun, look at what happened guys. Wala nang P. Wala nang mapipredict na P. Malaking error to. Kasi ilan yung P natin, ilan yung pathologic. Diba? And then here sa decision tree natin dito, walang lumalabas na P because this will be predicted as N, normal. Ito, normal to. Ito, this will be suspect. Ito, normal din. Okay? So pangit tong yung pangalawa natin. Not a good prediction. Okay? So next meeting class, okay? I'm going to share this with you. No? If you need to go class, just go. I'll just continue with this, yung ito na lang, siguro mga 2 minutes lang to. Okay? So kindly copy that. And ang gamitin natin class kasi hindi maganda yung 1B, di ba? 4 lang yun no? Tapos walang papasok na na pathologic. So gamitin natin yung 3 dot yung A, no? 3.1. Okay? 3.1 ba yun? 1.A. Ay hindi. Sorry, hindi pa natin pala na na okay. Control C. Nabigay ko ba sa inyo to yung A? Okay, chat. Maybe not. No. Isama niyo muna tong 1A class after the 3.1. Look, nag-C control din tayo dito. So meron tayong minimum criterion at saka minimum split. Ito 50, no? So if I run this, i-run ko muna tong code na to. And then I'll just, ano nangyari dito? May natanggal ba? One, two. Ano ba yung error ko dito? One, two. Tama naman parenthesis. Okay. Anyway, ano na lang. Sige. Kasi masyadong over na. So next time na lang class. So next meeting, we're going to finish this. And then, ipre-predict natin, tingnan natin kung how our model behave. Tapos, i-run natin to sa test dataset. Okay? So let me stop share. Stop share tayo. End natin. Kung mas nakapag-extend ako dun sa kabilang class,